Hey and welcome back. Welcome back to the Academy of Witchwood. I'm flying out here after we collected a bunch of materials in the last episode, and I think this time we should start putting those materials into good use. I want to go ahead and build something above these ritual places here. I think, how about a clock tower? As at some point, I'm pretty sure we will rebuild the whole Academy of Witchwood. Let's start with the big centerpiece. Let's start with the clock tower, so that every one of the pupil will know when it's time to go to class. Well, so, or something similar. I'm going to clear out this area, or maybe I'm even gonna wait until winter ends so that the snow goes away by itself. But I want to build a big base here and then a clock tower on top of that. I guess it will be quite a bit bigger than our lighthouse, but probably not as big as the trees. Let me start by, well, either waiting or clearing out the area, and putting down, well, some sort of a basement that encloses all the ritual places here. So, slowly we're getting a frame to work with. I encapsulated all of the ritual areas pretty much with the frame, trying to work on two heights here. One is the level down below, which will become a wide open place on top here, and then the next level will pretty much become the upper area, and from here, I'm not sure from which side yet, will the clock tower go up into the air. I think I like that. It's a little dark, it's a little eerie, but I think the lanterns and the twilight oak help to bring this a little bit together. I don't know if I will put some window benches, window seats below this. I might not. Maybe we have some. We can put some benches in front of here. I think this makes everything a lot nicer, a lot brighter and happier maybe. So we will start decorating this a little bit so that it comes together. I do need a whole lot of this ancient stone, which I just went around once and I'm all out of stone already. So I will need to farm a lot of amethyst to make mutandus. If I quickly go here, I need, not mutandus, mutagen, or known as Salus Mundus, which is originally a Thaumcraft ingredient, but Thaumcraft doesn't exist currently, so we use salmon, and we need granite or dripstone. Both of which I can farm in massive amounts with my gauntlet, so that's not an issue. I just need to craft a bunch of that together. And I tell you, if it starts snowing again as soon as it gets night, I'm start crying, because I went ahead and cleaned up everything here, and now it's everything is full of snow again. I know I said I don't want to build during winter, and now I'm doing it again. Oh well. And after some back and forth, I do have a nearly finished outline. I just see that I missed some slabs here. But overall, I am pretty happy with how this turned out so far, leaving me with plenty of space inside for my rituals, a little bit of space here in the corner, as well as enough space for a staircase going up. I think I'm going with this far left corner here for my tower, or I'm actually going to place it pretty center, having relatively steep roofs on both sides surrounding the tower. What do you think so far? I think this turns out pretty nicely, and I decided for some grass here on top so that I have a little rooftop garden. Maybe I'll even plant or build a tree or two. We'll see. Alright. And I see it starts snowing again, so let me just, I don't know, go and cry. Maybe. I'll have to get rid of the snow again and again and again. Just a short status update. As you can see, winter has actually ended. So things are thawing again. I've been building at this for quite a while now. We have our roof terrace here, even though there's currently no real way to get to that. But maybe I'll do this here in the back. I build the first front of our clock tower, and I'm currently debating if I want to replicate the clock on all four sides or if I just stay with one side. I could go ahead, make a schematic of the front right now and just use the schematic cannon to duplicate this on all sides, but I think I might leave it as it is with only one clock here. And yeah, you can see I'm going for source stone for the roofs so that we have nice steep roofs here, still with a lot of, well, space below. So we can really get things going in here. Let me finish up the roofs and the clock tower, and then we'll take a look on how to actually build a clock in Minecraft. The roofs are on, we have a nice rainbow in the background and some fog in the foreground, and I think this turned out quite nice. Alright, so the outside is finished so far. I went ahead and built a silverwood tree, which, well, is normally a tree from Thaumcraft, which doesn't exist, but as all the stone types I'm using here, arcane stone bricks and ancient stone bricks, are, well, based on Thaumcraft, I thought why not go for silverwood as well. I also figured out that I need a door to come in here, so I have a little bit of space in here. We have the staircase into the other room where we have our two ritual places as well as some space. And here I have a hole which will get an elevator sooner or later, which we can use to actually go up into the highest room, which houses our clock. So, now the question is, how do we bring this clock to life? And the answer to that is actually very simple, with the Clockwork bearing. If we take a look here, there is a clock element that Create has to offer, which actually can rotate things to their state of the day. So, as you take a look at the arrow here, yeah, it will just do the clock animation with things we glue together. So I just need a Clockwork bearing, a bit of glue, a bunch of blocks for our hands, I think they're called, as well as some way to produce some energy in the background. So let me take a look. The Clockwork bearing takes a brass casing as well as an electron tube. For the brass casing, we just need a piece of stripped wood and an ingot of brass, which, as you might remember, we created with our new spell. And we have some brass casing. Part 1 done. The other thing is we need some redstone and some nether quartz. And together we get rose quartz. Let me just take maybe 8 of them. And we will also need some iron. Oh, we do have iron sheets there. Nice. And the rose quartz, normally you would go ahead and use sandpaper, but I don't like using sandpaper. So let me toss this down. Projectile polish, and I can utilize this to polish up some rose quartz into, well, polished rose quartz. And polished rose quartz together with iron sheets will give us the required electron tubes. And with this, I should have everything to get the Clockwork bearing. One of those, thank you very much. I don't need the rest. And this Clockwork bearing, well, goes into the hole that I have left here. Now what I need to do is to create the hands of the clock, and I think I'm going to use some... Do I go for full blocks? I think I go for full blocks. What should I go for? Some arcane stone, because the rest is arcane stone. Or do I go for polished black stone? That might be neat as well. I will just... Oh wait, this is the hour. So let's make this a little bit shorter. And then we will need a copycat panel. And we can glue this first hand together. I do have some super glue from earlier. So let me glue this. And then I'm going to place a copycat panel on this. And another one next to that. And use more polished blackstone or polished darkstone to fill the row here completely. And now I should be able to go ahead, glue those copycat panels together and glue the rest of the hand. And if I'm not totally wrong, the overlap of these blocks here should be no issue as soon as the clock is turning. So, to get this clock turning, I would love to use source motors. And those just need some calibrated precision mechanism as well as electron tubes, brass and cogwheels. I should have everything required. And I just need to create some precision mechanisms. And I don't think I have any of those to uncraft, so I need to set up sequence assembly, which is just a deployer above a depot. And, well, we just need to feed gold, cogwheels, and iron nuggets into those. I will do the first one, probably manually, because why not? So let me set up the required elements and let's get ourselves some precision mechanisms. Before I get my precision mechanisms, though, I want to create some starbuncle tokens. Those are just 4 gold and a starbuncle token. Wait, how are they called? Give me a second. a Starbuncle charm. Right, I want to create Starbuncle charms, so I'll sit here for a moment and craft them up. And as you know, I like to automate things, so I just set up a small Starbuncle here, which does take finished products from the enchanting apparatus and put them into this barrel. So now I can just set up some hoppers and, well, the rest happens automatically. Yay, small win. We will definitely use these little ones a whole lot more because I want to set up quite a bit of automation using Starbuncles. Or maybe some demon friends from occultism, because they can do pretty much the same. But they're so cute! Alright, so here we have our deployer and our depot, like I said, but this as well needs some mechanical energy, and here the Starbuncles come into play. If you put one into a hamster wheel, you get a Starbuncle wheel. And this, well, produces mechanical energy. So this is cool on its own, but if I have a gold block, and Starbuncles love gold, and place it just in front, it will speed up a little bit and work a little bit harder to get to that gold. Cruel, I know, but it works. So let's use this Starbuncle as our first source of energy to create some precision mechanisms. Now what I need to do is, first of all, press this piece of gold. And I think I have my press spell in here. Yes, I do. To get a golden sheet. And this golden sheet needs to go into the depot, getting a cogwheel in there to get an incomplete precision mechanism. And now I need to swap between small cogwheel, large cogwheel, and iron nugget. And do this for 5 times. This can be easily automated. I'm, well, just not in the mood to automate it right now. So, yeah, we will do this definitely in the future. But for the moment, I do have a precision mechanism, which seemingly also completed a quest. Down here, I got my precision mechanism. The quest tells me to make a calibrated precision mechanism, which gives me directly 2 more, which is very nice. And tells me about the Technomancer's armor, the Arcane wrench, and the source motor. And the source motor is what I'm after right now. The Arcane wrench is also a very nice thing I want to get. So yeah, let's make some calibrated precision mechanisms. And like we've seen earlier, this is easily just for amethyst and for source gems in the enchanting apparatus. So let's go and do that. And here we go. Getting an calibrated precision mechanism. And here we go. This unlocks this quest, and seemingly my wrench already counted as arcane. Well, it's not. Let me do this. I need one of the calibrated mechanisms, a gold ingot and a manipulation essence in here to get this updated. And here we go, getting our wrench upgraded. It's just a minor upgrade, so I can modify runes as far as I know, as well as pick up things like arcane platforms or source jumps with that, which is very handy. Now that we have the calibrated mechanisms, let's go and create ourselves a source motor. And this can use source to create mechanical energy. So I need to route over some source from here, which shouldn't be too hard as I already have a line set up that goes over to there. So from there up on top should be just one more relay, and then I can power this clock. And after setting up the source relay, as you can see, the clock is turning. It probably needs a moment to actually catch up to the time. I think it's going around in circles right now, relatively fast to catch up. But this is no issue. I did turn it down very low. I can show you the inside. I just have the motor as well as a source jar here. The source jar is being refilled from below, and the motor can be set to generate an amount of speed that you would like. Let me turn this up to 96 right now. Let's see if it turns faster now. No, it's actually not. Then this already might be the right time. 4 o'clock in the morning could fit. So you can set how fast this motor is turning, as well as, if you go to the left, how much SU to RPM ratio it should have. I also set this down very lowly to not take on too much source. So turning this very low, 2% as well as 2 RPM seems to be the lowest level you can set it to. And I think I just disabled the clock. Could that be? Yeah. Alright. Right click it again. And it should be turning again. Yeah. So I am very happy how this whole building, how this clock tower turned out. To be honest, when I started this building, I didn't really expect it to go like a lot bigger than my lighthouse over there, which already was a big project for me, at least, for this world. But, well, we do have the resources now. Things are bound to get bigger. And, well, next step, I think, is to fill it with some life. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And I just realized I still haven't filled the fountain yet. So drop your Minecraft in-game name down in the comments so I can put you on the fountain. And I have some room for more straw statues. So if you want to become part of this world, leave your Minecraft in-game name down below and I will invite you into this Academy of Witchwood. Thank you very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed me building, well, this first bigger Academy-esque building. I think I'm going to build the Academy around this fountain somehow. Maybe this will become my central courtyard or something like that. So, I will see you in the next episode. I hope you have an amazing evening, an amazing day, wherever you are in the world, and see you next time. I'm Guilford, I'm signing off. Bye bye.